Hello, I'm Ginkgo Sequoia and I'm the author of the book The Tree Mystic. This is part 7 of self-love, and we learn about the role of God and surrender in self-love. In the previous video at the end, Solly had said forgiveness is not something that we can do easily by ourselves or with other people. Bruno had asked, then who will help us forgive? Today we'll learn what the answer is. This conversation starts with Solly. With some tragedies, closure is not possible. The answers are out of your reach. The keys have been thrown away. However, forgiveness through prayer is always possible. You will get help from the God within you. What if someone doubts God? People doubt God exists because they have not made the effort to find him. However, I have learned that it is difficult to heal injustice and pain without God. Forgiveness is like compassion. It can be miserly and even dry up when we try to do things alone. It is for this reason that I ask you to love the God within you. When I said before, love yourself before God, it does not mean that you ignore God. It means you do not go looking for God first when you need assistance. We look to find ourselves first because this is where we find God. Self-love clears the path of material desires that get in the way of us seeing this. We look to love ourselves because we are the temple in which God resides. As we love ourselves, so we love God. Prayer is a way to forgive ourselves, and we need this to love ourselves. To pray is to be humble. It is a beautiful admission that we cannot do our best work alone. However, when you work on your prayers with God, you lift your prayers to another level. Bruno thought about this before saying, what if a person does not believe in God at all? I'm not going to answer that question directly. I will simply ask anyone who is alone or without God, are you truly happy? Are you without anxiety? Can you see, feel, and hear the sacredness in all things, including yourself? If the answer to all these questions is yes, then perhaps you do not need God. If the answer is no, perhaps you should ask, what do I have to lose by getting to know God? Remember, I have no religion other than nature. I am not wishing to convert you to a religious faith. I am just trying to help you find your true loving nature. You can spend a lot of money on holidays, candles, bath oils, in an attempt to remove your anxiety. How much money do you think you need to spend to find the God within you? And then he talks about surrender. Surrender is the big shake of the tree that brings all the rotten fruit falling to the ground. Now you have built your faith, you can consider surrender. What is surrender? Bruno asks. It is an act of love. Surrender is not something to be fearful of. It is not an icy plunge. It is a release, a lightness, a feeling of handing yourself over. The desire to surrender bubbles up as you soften, as you build up your faith, and as you desire to get to know God better. Surrender should not be an act of desperation or a cry for help. It should emerge out of self-love. You do not hand yourself over out of need, but because your love has begun to overflow. It takes you to self-worth, confidence and purpose. When you have these gifts, you feel deserving. Now you can graciously accept compliments. Now you feel entitled. Now you can enjoy all of pleasure without any guilt. That's the end of this part. I think there's only one more after this. You can buy the book on Amazon or at thetruemystic.com. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.